where if you don't know what you're trying to do, you get into all kinds of problems, you know. So I started out painting a picture of pigeons, an elderly gentleman and his little son. This is underneath all this.
That's
An elderly gentleman, he leaned down, there was a kid and there was pigeons. And I kept, I couldn't get the elderly gentleman to look right. I couldn't draw him right. And I fooled around. The more I tried to draw him, the worse he got. And since I'm working in acrylics, I said, maybe I don't need him at all. Maybe I'll get rid of him. And I'd already put a few little small chairs in the background. So I painted him out and I started bringing the chairs forward. And slowly but surely, I made the chairs bigger and bigger and bigger. And I thought, I know this picture needs to be a picture of those chairs. That's what the real point of this whole picture is. And I had a bunch of pigeons running around left over. They're from the original scheme. And I thought, oh, I'm going to paint those out. If I'm going to do chairs, let's do chairs. Forget about the pigeons. So there was a case where I didn't know what I was trying to paint. You know, I was sort of working my way towards it slowly. I thought I knew what I wanted to paint. If you know what you want to paint, you can paint it like that. Oops, you can't snap my fingers like that. You know what you want to, like, here I knew what I wanted to paint. This would be like the opposite. I mean, this was obvious. I knew. I think it's Newbury Street, isn't it? Or something like, or some street. I think it's Newbury. So Newbury has a church in the end?
Yeah.
Newbury. I mean, this one was, it's a little wider maybe than Newbury, but that's okay, a little exaggeration. On this one, I knew what I was after, and I laid the whole thing in quickly. And then I thought, you know, I'm going to go to lunch. I know I'm supposed to burn with a hard gem-like flame, you know, when I'm in a creative effort, but I can stop and go to lunch. It doesn't bother me. It's not that I'm that, you know, burned. I'm not that full of creative fire. So I had lunch and I came back. I thought, gee whiz, I thought the lay-in looks pretty darn good. You know, if this whole area in here was just laid in. I thought to myself, well, I think that's all I need to do. That's why it's good to take a rest sometimes. Look back on it. I remember, I was thinking this too. There was, when it comes down to a painting, there are these. Ken Gore used to, or Groupie, remember, if you remember, Groupie would say, put out twice as much paint on your palette, and then you think you're going to use, and use it all. He used to say, put out twice as much. Because he didn't want to break up the flow of the painting. You know, so you got plenty of paint, you just sort of keep going with it. And Carl Peters, just the opposite. Carl Peters would put a little bit of paint out. Because he wanted to stop. He wanted to get the tubes, put the paint out, not look at the picture, you know, do that a little bit. Then he could look at the picture with a fresh eye. He wanted to be interrupted in the course of the proceedings. So there you go, there's 2 points of view. 2 great painters, 2 diametrically opposed points of view. But that's, you know, if you're top enough painters, that's what you get. Diametrically opposed points of view. So anyway, I pretty much laid in the background. Then when I came back, I thought, well, the foreground was just washed in. That's when I thought, well, I'll get these geometric shapes, you know, of the street in there to suggest the flatness of the street, and then put the guy in, because he'd carry that white note. And besides, I wanted to have a figure in the foreground to make the thing look like it's occupied, because there isn't much of anybody else. There's, I guess, somebody there. And that one guy sort of makes you feel as a bunch of people, don't you think?
You just get the figure out of your head?
No, I had all kinds of material. I was just sort of searching my material out. I mean, he was standing in front of the South Station. I came across and I thought, look at that, that's a nice figure. I can use that. And I'll see if I were, you know, if you were living in the 19th century, I'd look at my sketchbook, I suppose, and I'd have this sketch I had done of this guy standing in front of Gare or something. But in my case, my sketchbook is the camera, you should say. Of course, the problem with the camera is now you got all this detail in front of you. You know, and you have to sort of show terrific restraint in not copying it all. That's why I like to work with photographs that big. I have a friend who he's installed one of these big TV sets in his studio, and he's got to tell me to blow the pictures up that big, so when he's painting, it's like he's outdoors. You know, there he is, you can really see it. Well, I like him just about that size, so I can't see too much. Right. You know, because he's just enough. I don't see the